Namaste, my friends. Let's take a yoga break. Today's yoga break is focusing on being patient with ourselves and giving ourselves a little bit of softness and a little bit of grace. I always think about this idea as sort of like myself coming and like wrapping a blanket around me. So that idea, that image is today's yoga break. So thank you for joining me. Let's begin in a seat. So come on down to the ground. If you're feeling like you want to be extra cozy today, it's a great day to, if you have a pillow or a stack of books or a blanket, you can roll it up and put it underneath your seat, just to sort of raise your hips up a little bit. All right, so we're gonna get ourselves all grounded down, sit bones attached to the mat. Hands together at the heart. We're going to begin with a short bit of pranayama, a little bit of a breathing exercise. Again, pranayama is a really important part of one of the 8 limbs of yoga. It's not just the poses and the shapes, but it's the breathing as well. Prana meaning our breath, which is also our life force and our energy. So let's begin. We're going to inhale our hands up and to the side. Exhale as they come together, chin towards your chest and meet behind your neck. Inhale as they reach towards the sky, and exhale as they rain it down. So let's try that again. It's like you got 2 strings tied to your wrists. They float on up. Inhale, exhale, hands come together, chin towards your chest. Inhale, hands towards the sky, look up, lengthen your neck, and hands come back down to exhale. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Inhale, hands come up. Exhale, hands come together and behind your neck. Inhale, hands reaching towards the sky. And exhale to float your hands down. Let's do this a couple more times on your own at your own pace, remembering your breath. Take one more. Inhaling, hands up to the side. Exhale, hands come together, chin to chest. Inhale, hands up towards the sky. And exhale, floating your hands down. Now let your breath just return to normal and just take a moment to feel what that slowing down and what that deepening of the breath does. Physically, it is a calming mechanism. The way that deep breath works inside of your body, it does calm your parasympathetic nervous system. So not only is it feel good and sound good, it physically works, which is why it feels good and sounds so good. All right, we're gonna move into our next part of having patience for ourselves. And that means patience for ourselves even when things are hard and when they're not perfect. So we're going to be practicing Vrksasana, which is a balancing pose, tree pose. So again, this is all about falling and getting back up. It doesn't need to be perfect. We're not seeking perfection. We're seeking awareness. We're seeking mindfulness. Perfection is not the goal, both generally speaking, but that's another conversation for another day, and in yoga and in this moment. It's all about the process, and it's about being patient with ourselves. So Balancing poses are great because there's so many ways you can do them. So we're gonna begin, hands come to your heart, at your chest. We're dropping our shoulders down and back. Inhale deeply and exhale to really feel the rooting of your feet. Now we're gonna transfer our weight onto our left foot, and as though we've got a string attached to our knee and we're pulling that foot up, we're gonna come onto our toe, or we're gonna come here in front of us. So again, you can stay right here. You can even stay right here. You can have a little kickstand for yourself. Otherwise, if you want to take it one step further, we're going to plant our foot onto our leg, onto our tree trunk that's connected to the earth. We're thinking about lifting out of that leg. We're not sinking into that hip. We're one strong line all the way up into the sky, and we're balancing here. If you want to take it even further, you can bring that leg up above the knee. Again, we're thinking about that breath. We're thinking about that balance. We're thinking about lifting. And if you fall down, awesome. You get to try and get back into it. If you want to lean against a wall like this to help stabilize, to help balance, also great. Using the tools that you have around you. Just meet yourself where you are today, and remember, the goal is patience. So we're going to take a couple of breaths here, take a couple of moments to play around. Hands can be at the heart, hands can be up towards the sky. If there's a tree near you that you're seeing that you want to mimic, you can totally do whatever you want with the tree. Just remember to breathe and remember to think about wrapping yourself in a blanket. Be patient with yourself. All right, take a couple more breaths here. And with ease and also control, we're going to come out of this pose. And if you fall out of it, again, that's also okay. Let's take it to the other side. Shake out your knees a little bit to sort of get the blood moving through here, and then we're going to take it to the other side. So again, we're rooting down through that foot. We've got real roots into the earth. We're not going anywhere, and we're also growing out. So we have this length on this side. So we're going to raise this leg up, or we can leave it down here. We can stay here, we can stay here, or we can move on to whatever version of this feels best to you today. Again, we're inhaling, growing up. It's like we're defying gravity. I am not going to burst into song. Do not worry. Inhale here and exhale. Bring your hands into a different position if you want to try it out. You can play it safe today if you feel like that seems like a lot. But there's no harm in going nuts, falling and trying it again. We're just playing. And remember to be patient with yourself. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhale, smile, or maybe just raise the corners of your mouth a little bit. Soften your jaw at the very least. And exhale to gently come out of it. Awesome. All right, we have one more moment of patience today. Hopefully not one more for the whole day, but one more with me. So we're going to take both of your hands out in front of you, and we're just going to give ourselves a hug. I don't need to give you crazy instructions about it, but bring your hands around. You know how to hug, right? Hands are going to come towards our shoulders, and we're really going to squeeze, Inhale, exhale to feel that squeeze. Embrace it. Embrace it. It's an embrace. I get it. Don't feel, or even if you do feel silly, take a moment to feel silly with yourself. That's okay. We're not in a rush. We're hugging ourselves. So let's take a couple more breaths here. And then hands come out. And take it to the other side. Other arm on top. And we are hugging ourselves. And we're taking a couple breaths here. We're going to take a couple moments here to really appreciate the importance of that softness and that patience. Exhale to release. And bring your hands together at your heart. I want to take a moment to acknowledge you and see you. Thank you for joining me. I also want to take a moment to acknowledge that I'm practicing on Pawtucket land. Thank you for joining me today, and thank you for cultivating patience in yourselves and in your life. It's important to remember that there's no rush, there's no urgency or we can work to lessen that feeling of rushing and urgency and work to remember that awareness and mindfulness is the goal, not perfection. So obviously that's an ongoing journey, but thank you for deciding to take that journey with me. Thank you for showing yourself patience, and thank you for providing patience for me. I'll see you next time. Be good to each other, be caring, and live lovingly. Thank you.